Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge. Today we are coming in with the 2000s and we are going to start off by looking at the rules. So for the rules, as it states, all rules from the 1990s still stand with the following changes. Home and building, the computer usage restrictions are lifted. All restrictions for build and buy more are lifted. All music types are now allowed. All TV channels are now allowed. These are all of the careers that are allowed. As usual, these rules will be placed in the description below, and so you will be able to go and read them. Miscellaneous, babies can now be born at home or at the hospital. All cell phone restrictions are lifted except for the Trendy app. Earbuds are now allowed. The robot vacuum is allowed. The video protection table is allowed. The fabricator is allowed. Social bunny is allowed. And in CAS, you can now wear glucose monitors. So these are our new rules, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the game. So our family have gotten a 2000 makeover. I just wanted to go ahead and show you our cast here. So this is Charles with his everyday wear, his formal, his athletic wear, his sleepwear, his party outfit, his swimwear, his hot weather, and his cold weather. Then we have Rebecca in that's her hot weather outfit, but let's take a look at her everyday. This is her everyday wear, and her formal, her athletic, her sleepwear, her party wear, her swimwear, and her cold weather. We have Siobhan in her hot weather, her everyday, her formal, her athletic, her sleep, her party, her swimwear, and her cold weather. And then we have her twin brother Joe. This is his hot weather wear, his everyday, his formal, his athletic, his sleepwear, his party wear, his swimwear, and his cold weather wear. We have Rachel and her hot weather. This is her everyday, her formal, her athletic, her sleep, her party, her swim, and her cold weather. And then we have little Leon. This is his hot weather, his everyday wear, his formal wear, his sleepwear, his party wear, his swimwear, and his cold weather wear. So they did get a little bit of a updated look. Some of them got new haircuts. They got new clothing, and so let's go ahead and jump into the game and play with them. Okay, so we are in our main house here with our Haskins family. As we know, we are here with them, and Rebecca is living with us again. Annika has moved out on her own, and we are just carrying on with this family. If we take a look at our calendar, we are in the 2000s. It is our decade change. We have already gone over our rules. The house has not changed any. Unfortunately, there wasn't a need for the house to change due to the fact that it really did just change, and I don't think there would have been a major change between the 90s and the 2000s, so I didn't do a house change. We don't have anything really going on as far as in this year, other than it looks like we have Easter that's going to be coming up, but that's going to be coming right around the time that the year changes into 2001. So we are just going to go ahead and play with our family and see how they're getting on without Annika in their lives. They are obviously dealing with her being gone. We unfortunately have had Boris run away from home after he got out of the shelter. He was like, I am out of here. And so he did run away. So we have posted a little post about him that he's missing. And so we are hoping that he's going to come home soon. So we are hoping that Boris will come back to the house. I'm just going to get Rebecca to come and fill up all the pet bowls because they need to be fed. And we're going to check on everyone's needs and see how everyone's doing. They all seem to be going fine. Charles is just giving Leon, oh no, Charles is off to work. All right, so we'll get Rebecca to come and give Leon, a bath while Charles is off to work, because Leon needs a little bit of a bath. Why are you filling these bowls? I don't want these bowls to be filled. I need to lock this door down here. All right, go up and give Leon a bath. I'm going to lock this door down here because I don't want people coming down here. I really would like the cat to come upstairs, obviously. So I'm going to call the cat to come upstairs. And then I'm going to lock this door so no one can go down into the shelter area. So let's call the cat. Come on, kitty, come upstairs. I wish Kimber would come on up. Is Kimber going to come upstairs? There we go. As soon as Kimber comes up the stairs here, we will lock this door so that no one can go down there, because honestly, I just don't want them going down in that area anymore. All right, so let's lock this door here. Lock for everyone. Perfect. All right, and it looks like the maid is here, so that's great. And she gave Leon a bath, so that's perfect. Just gonna have her go ahead and use the washroom. And I do think that Rebecca should probably go ahead and join a career because she doesn't currently have one. So let's go ahead and take a look at her skills and see what she might possibly be good at. She is a born visual artist. She is a natural born comedian. She gets lost in the scale, so she's also good at music. So she could do art, she could do comedy or music. Maybe we could get her doing painting. That would probably be good. She does love doing painting. We know that from when her mother was alive. She obviously wanted to follow in her mother's footsteps and do painting. So maybe we could go ahead and get her in the painter career. So let's go ahead and get her in a career. All right, so let's put her in the painter career. And see how she does with that. I don't believe we have a easel, so we will need to get one. And we'll put it in her room here. So let's get her an easel and put it here in her room. So we'll sell that and we'll get her an easel instead. And we'll get her to come and do a painting when she's done eating. It looks like she's wanting to have a little bit of cake. She's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not actually hungry, so I'll just come paint. All right, so we'll let her come in and do a little bit of painting here, which will be fantastic. Look at the cat on the fridge. Like, what in the world is going on? Charles has been assigned an intern to train and manage. How should he handle his intern? Assign tough tasks. He got a performance gain small, and he got some charisma. We love that. All right. You are obviously feeling a little bit hungry. Let's go ahead and get you to eat. And you need to go to the washroom. I just accidentally made her pee herself, so we love that. That was not what I intended to do. Let's get Leon to come over here and play with some dolls. He is feeling, everyone is really kind of feeling really sad over the fact that Boris has run off. And so we've got a lot of sad little ones, which really sucks. So I'm hoping Boris will hurry up and come home. All right, Joe, what is it that you can do to get your fun up? Because you are super sad over the fact that your little puppy has run off. Why don't you come up here and play a game on the computer, because you're really struggling. And you girls can come out and play in the treehouse. All right, so she has finished that painting. We're just going to go ahead and sell it to an art gallery, and we will have her obviously get some money for that. And then I'm going to have her go ahead and start another painting, because she does need to create paintings for her job. And so we are going to get her doing a little bit more painting. She's only about 50% done with her work task. Joe has reached level 2 of video gaming, which we love. So we love that very, very much. And we need him to check badge progress. All right, well, let's get him to do that. Let's get him to place that in the world, and then he can check his badge progress. And what do you need to do for yours? You need to dance for 1 hour. All right, well, I don't think there's a radio going, so, you know. And you needed to reach level 4 of your motor skill, which you have done, so we love that. Go ahead and check on your badge progress. Let's place that in the world and take a look at it. View badge progress. All right, so he has gotten his civic responsibility and his sociability complete. Great. Earn a scouting badge to become a Griffin Scout. Okay. Collect your badge. And collect your badge. I'm going to get him to collect his badges. All right, and then you can just put this in your inventory, because it's like really taking up a lot of room here. Earn 2 more scouting badges to become a unicorn scout. All right, well, what do you have to do? I don't know, but that's okay. You can read your scouting manual. That might help you figure out what it is that you need to do. And Siobhan is just down here talking to Rebecca, and they are spending a little bit of quality time together. How are you doing, Rachel? You're down here fishing, which we love. Your needs are doing really well. Leon is super sad. I mean, just super, super sad. Let's get him to give a hug to the kitty cat and do a little pet. Oh, the cat ran from him. Maybe the cat is like, I do not want to deal with you. I'm going to go ahead and have Rebecca make a little bit of dinner, so that when Charles comes home from work, dinner is ready and they will be able to eat as a family. I think she has a little bit of cooking skills, so they'll be able to, like, she should be able to go ahead and cook a meal for them. And the swim team starts for Rachel in 30 minutes. I don't think the other ones, so he goes off in 2 days and she goes off in 2 days, but Rachel goes off in 30 minutes. So we love that. And we do need to get Charles to reach level 4 of his charisma in order for him to get his next promotion. So when he comes home, we'll get him to work on his charisma. So we'll have him practice his speech. All right, and Rachel is off to her swim team. All right, and Rebecca has reached level 4 of the cooking skill. Why do you guys put it on the table over here instead of on the table here? I will never know. So she's just trying to cheer up Siobhan because Siobhan is super sad about the dog leaving. Everyone is really sad about the dog leaving. And I think that, you know, everyone needs to kind of be cheered up about this. So I am, you know, hoping that Boris decides to come home soon because the children are really distraught over the fact that Boris decided to run away. They have never experienced their pets leaving home before, and they're not really sure what to do about it. They're like, why would Boris choose to leave? You know, we love Boris. And Rebecca's trying to explain to them that, you know, we were down in that, you know, shelter for too long, and it was just too much for Boris to handle. So we're going to lecture the cat about playing in the trash here, and hopefully the cat will stop, you know, doing these bad behaviors. Oh, Kimber has learned not to play in trash. Yes, we love that. Good job, Kimber. We're going to hug her. We're going to praise her. We love that. Charles has come home from work. He has also contracted an illness, it looks like, which is not necessarily a good thing. He is going to practice his speech, and we're going to let him get a bath. And I am going to obviously let everyone start getting some food if they are kind of getting hungry here. We have a couple that need to get something in their belly. Rebecca, go ahead and grab yourself a serving as well. How are you doing, Joe? Joe's like, I'm good. I could stand to use the washroom, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. And Rachel is back from the swim team, and we love that. She also seems to have contracted an illness, which is not necessarily a good thing. I'm going to have her come in and grab herself a serving as well of this lasagna, since she has obviously just gotten back from her swim team, and she's probably feeling a little bit hungry. And Rebecca's just going to go and finish the laundry up a little bit because it did just finish washing. So we're going to have her switch that over to the dryer. Everyone is just trying to make it through the day. They are feeling a little bit sad, but they're trying to carry on with their normal routine and their normal life duties. And, you know, we are just trying to make it through the best we can. Leon, you are super, super sad. Maybe I can get Rebecca to come up here and potty train you a little bit. Let's go up and potty train Leon. So she's going to come and try to get him potty trained a little bit. So we will try that. She's like, you want to go upstairs and try learning how to use the potty? And he's like, if I have to. And she's like, well, I think it's a good thing. We'll teach you how to use the potty. It'll make you be a big boy. And he's like, okay. So they're going to go up. They're going to try potty training and see if she can get him using the big boy chair, which is fantastic. We will try to get him potty trained before he has to age up into a big boy. He does have a little bit of time before he ages up. As you can see, he has like 2 whole weeks before he ages up to a child. So we have some time to get him potty trained for sure. So she is just going to get him learning that. And how are you doing here? Are you about to level up on this skill? Yes, you are. Okay, we freaking love that. All right, he leveled up on his charisma skill. We love that. We're just going to let him go ahead and get some of his other needs taken care of. And then we're going to send the children off to bed because it is starting to get late. So everyone is going to go ahead and head themselves off to bed for the night. And Mr. Leon, how is potty training coming? He's like, it's coming on pretty good. I don't really understand the process of using this chair, but everyone seems to be making a really big deal about it, so I'm doing my best. Boris has returned. Okay, so we need to go and welcome Boris back, which is great. Annika's calling and congratulating us on our sweet job. Okay, well, we appreciate you calling, and that's really nice of you. I don't know that Rebecca is going to be like, welcome the dog back. I don't know how Rebecca would feel about Annika calling her to congratulate her on the job. I think that Rebecca would kind of be like, why are you calling me? If you think about it, I think that Rebecca obviously is going to be taking Charles' side in the divorce, and Annika and Rebecca never did have a really close relationship. Annika always thought that Rebecca was a little too perky and a little too, happy, and she always got on her nerves. And I think that, she maybe is trying to worm her way back in with Rebecca, and that's all well and good, but I think Rebecca probably senses that Annika is just trying to keep a foothold in the family. And I mean, technically Annika is always going to be part of the family. She is the children's mother. Just because they're divorced doesn't mean that they don't have anything to do with her ever again. She is their mother. But at the end of the day, Rebecca and her were never close. And so I think Rebecca is a little bit suspicious that she's suddenly calling her and being like, oh, congratulations on your job. Because I think Rebecca would be like, you and I were never friends. You didn't like me. You were never friendly with me. Don't start trying to act like we're friends now that you're not with my brother. So I appreciate the call, but it's not necessary. And obviously don't think that I'm going to take your side in this divorce, because you left a good thing. You had a great husband and four wonderful children, and you just up and abandoned them because life got hard, because you thought you wanted this life and then you decided all of a sudden that you didn't. Like, no, don't do that. So Rebecca is going to just tell her, don't be like calling me thinking I'm going to take your side on this. Like, you screwed up. I'm going to go ahead and get Leon into bed, and then we're going to get Rebecca into bed, and Charles is needing to do something fun. So I am going to have him go ahead and play with Boris a little bit, I think, and just pet Boris and, welcome Boris back. And then I think that everyone will just go ahead and head off to bed for the night, because it is getting pretty late. All right, you need to go ahead and come on to bed, Rebecca. All right, and you are up because you need some insulin. So let's go ahead and give you some insulin, and then you can go ahead and get yourself to bed. So Charles is just playing with Boris here a little bit, trying to get his fun up. He had a long, rough day at work, and he is like, I just need a little bit of downtime. I'm really, really glad that Boris is back. He's so, excited that he's home. He was really worried about him while he had run off. So the fact that Boris has returned has made Charles really, really happy. So he is obviously just, really thankful that he decided to return. Some dogs don't ever come back, and the fact that Boris did has thrilled Charles beyond belief. So he is just playing with him, and now he's going to head himself off to bed. Everyone has gone off to bed, which is fantastic. We are going to get a little bit of rest, and I will see you in the morning. Okay, so it is about 3 o'clock in the morning, and as you can see, Rachel is up. She is feeling really, really sick. She is severely ill. We are just going to go ahead and send her to the doctor, because she has clearly contracted some kind of illness, and it's got her up in the middle of the night. So we're going to send her to the pediatrician with Charles in the middle of the night, no less, but she needs to go get seen. So we're going to send her off, and they are going to go ahead and get her checked out. Everyone, for whatever reason, is up really, really early, and so she is feeling really, really unwell. I'm going to get Joe here to clean up these hair piles, if I can get him to. Why won't he clean that up? I don't know. Can you clean these up? Yeah, clean up these hair piles. All right. And Joe and Siobhan are doing pretty good, it looks like. We love that. I'm just going to get her to clean those up, and then we will sell this painting to an art gallery. Joe, what can you do? He's good. He doesn't really need to do anything. How is your homework? Did you do it? He needs to do his homework. You need to do your homework. And Rebecca's just going to go sell her painting, which is fantastic. Oh my gosh, there's hair piles everywhere. I'm just going to have her clean all of these up. And hopefully hopefully Rachel is not severely ill, but it would seem that the mod seems to think she is. So we are just going to get Joe here to feed the animals while we wait for the results of the doctor's visit. Okay, so it says Rachel's well visit went great today. Everything seems to be in order. She's back from the doctor. Okay, well, what's wrong with her? Because it says she's sick. All right, I don't understand. She needs to get seen because something is seriously wrong with her. Okay, there's nothing that she can do. I'm just going to get her, I guess, to get some orange juice and see if that helps her. So Charles is just having a conversation with Joe, and he's like, I am just wanting to let you know that I'm really proud of you for being so responsible and taking care of the animals like you're doing. I noticed that you filled up the food bowls, and I'm really proud of you. Rachel's starting to feel a little bit better from drinking the orange juice, which is great. We love that. And he's going to say, I just wanted you to know that, I noticed that you have been taking care of the animals, and I'm really proud of you. And he's like, oh, well, thanks. And he's like, yeah, of course. Obviously you needed to show me that you were responsible, and you're doing that. So I think that, Charles is just really proud of the children for showing him that they can be responsible. He was worried when he first got them animals that they weren't going to be able to be responsible with them. But the children are showing him that they are able to be responsible, and he is really proud of them for that. And we love that because obviously, we want our kids to learn some responsibility. And poor Rachel is, supposedly better, but I just don't think that she is. He's like, how are you feeling? And she's like, well, I had some orange juice. It made me feel a little bit better for a minute, but I don't know that I'm really feeling completely better. And she's like, I'm trying to combat my illness, but I don't know. And he's like, okay. And she's like, but I have a little bit of a headache. And he's like, okay, well, maybe you need to go upstairs and just lie down. And she's like, okay. She just got blonde hair. Why does she have blonde hair? Why all of a sudden do you have blonde hair? Seriously, why does she suddenly have blonde hair? I don't want you to have blonde hair. I want you to have red hair. You're supposed to have red hair like Cora. I don't understand. Okay, that's really weird. She's going to go have a nap because she's not feeling well. And Siobhan is going to get herself something to eat. Joe is going to get himself something to eat. And so is Rebecca. Everyone's starting to get a little bit hungry. We are about halfway through the year 2000 here. If we look on our calendar, we are in the second part of 2000 here. They are, oh my gosh, we have us a busted toilet that Charles is going to have to fix. So we are just halfway through the year here, and he is seeming to do pretty good as far as him not really struggling after the divorce. He is really doing pretty good as a single dad. I mean, yes, he has Rebecca here helping him, but he is really doing pretty good. I mean, as you can see, he is confident from being self-assured. He believes in himself, and we love that. And he is really doing good as far as, you know, carrying on with his life now that Annika is gone. I kind of figured that he would do a little more poorly and he wouldn't be able to carry on with her gone, but he is carrying on a little better than I thought he would. And I think if he were by himself and Rebecca weren't here, that wouldn't necessarily be the case. But with Rebecca here helping, he's thriving and he is doing pretty good. So Charles is, you know, he's like, I can do this. You know, I may not have Annika anymore, and I may, you know, have had a failed marriage and things didn't work out for me. But at the end of the day, I have 4 beautiful kids that I love more than life itself. I have a sister that loves me and has come here and has helped me. I have a great job that, you know, is tense at times, but I love it. And I have this beautiful home and a family that I couldn't ask for more. And he's like, I'm a happy guy. Like, I am a happy guy. Would I like to have a partner? Would I like to have a companion and someone I can grow old with? Of course I would. And maybe one day I can find that. But right now, that's just obviously not in the cards for me. And I, you know, maybe we just weren't meant to be. And he's like, but maybe I can find that in someone else. So he is overall feeling good. And maybe we can find Charles someone to settle down with. And maybe he does find someone that he can spend his life with. I mean, he's still a young adult. And his life is still, like, he still has a lot of life ahead of him. And maybe, you know, Rebecca has the right idea. Like, she's just dating right now and she's not looking to settle down. And so maybe he can be like Rebecca and he can date and he can find someone that he can spend his life with. And so he's like, you know, maybe she's got the right idea. Maybe I can date someone. I can find someone that wants to spend my life with me. And, you know, that's kind of what he's thinking about. We're going to go ahead and send Leon off to daycare. The other kids are just going to obviously be here. They don't have any activities to do. Well, actually, that's not true. It looks like Siobhan has to go to dance class in 7 hours. So we will have to need her to do that. She needs to dance. Where is a radio? Do we own a radio? We do, but it's downstairs. So yeah, there's that. Maybe we can get her to dance with this. Can she dance? No, she can work out. Okay. Well, good. We should get them a radio. Maybe I'll get them a radio in here in the kids' room, like in the little one's room. And then she can dance. All right, so get her to listen to something she can dance to. Maybe let's get her up here to listen to some music and then she can dance. She does need to dance for an hour so that she can meet her goal for her dance class. So I'm just going to get her to come up here and listen to this music and then she's going to dance. All right, and she reached motor level 6. Look at him. Charles needs a new challenge at work. How does he ask the boss? We're going to have him present suggestions, and he's going to get a performance gain of medium for that. Look at the three of them in here dancing together. Okay, that is the cutest thing ever. We freaking love it. And Rebecca wants to get her boss a birthday present, but can't leave work to buy it. How should she go about it? Order online. And she is going to get a performance gain medium as well. And speed this up a little bit. They are just dancing together, which we freaking love. Siobhan, like I said, needs to dance for an hour's time. They are just spending time together and dancing together. And how are their needs? They're all feeling really good. They're feeling playful. We love it. The dogs and the cat are feeling great. They just still have food in their bowls, so we love that. Siobhan can't get enough of the stories Rachel tells, especially that last one. It really brought that conversation alive. Would you say Siobhan likes stories? Sure. Right, I guess she has finished up with her dance, so now she's going to go grab herself something to eat. And everyone is, like I said, still at work. And we're just going to have the children kind of take care of some of their needs here. They are having s'mores. We love that they are taking care of themselves here. They've just decided to eat s'mores together instead of food. There is food in the fridge, but they're all having s'mores together. You know, as diabetics, that's probably not the best plan. But that's what they want, is s'mores, and so that's what they're having. They're probably going to regret that. So they are just grabbing themselves some s'mores. Siobhan is filled up. We love that. They are going to clean up after themselves because they are good little beans, and I love it. All right, why don't you go ahead and come fill up this food bowl for the animals. And you can clean up this plate a little bit. And dispose of this dead plant. She's like, well, why did it die in the first place? Because your parent isn't taking care of it. You can't take it, you can't get rid of it? No? Okay, fine. All right, Siobhan is about to start her dance school or dance class, so she's about to head off to her activity, and the other two are just going to spend some time together. They are just chatting amongst themselves, which we love. See, I told you that you eating that s'more was going to cause you a trouble with your insulin or with your diabetes. All right, head off to your class. You're probably going to need some insulin as well. And Rachel and Joe are being jokesters. Family members with the jokesters family dynamic will choose to perform funny or mischief interactions with each other more often, and they'll feel extra playful when spending time together. Yes. All right, you need to go to the washroom, and you need to get yourself a little bit of rest. Although I am glad that Rachel is feeling better. It does seem that she's feeling much better, which we love. All right, how much time do you have left at work? She's almost home, and so is he, which is great. Charles wasn't able to fight off his illness, and it's gotten worse. What is wrong with him? Honestly, can he go to the doctor? Go to the doctor. Go for a well visit. He doesn't need to go with anyone. He's a grown man. All right, Charles is going to the doctor. We'll find out what's wrong with him, I guess. Annika's here. So she's just visiting with the kids, it looks like. Can you go ahead and repair this sink? So it looks like Annika has come over to visit with the children. And it looks like also Rebecca got a promotion today at work, which is wonderful. So she's visiting with the children, and she's just like, how are you guys doing? I'm sorry that I've left. And they're like, well, why did you leave? And she's like, I just needed some time on my own, and I want to be a ninja when I grow up. What do I need to do now to start getting ready to be a ninja? Start practicing your hiding, and his emotional control is going to increase. Okay. And they're like, well, we don't understand why you left. And she's like, I just needed to do that for myself. And they were like, okay. Everything seems to be in order with his visit as well. So I don't know what is wrong with him. But he's back home. So we love that. He has mental fog. Oh, he has a llama flu illness. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get him some orange juice as well. We will get him to go ahead and have a quick meal of orange juice, and he can have that. He's probably thinking, why is she here? But at the same time, he would want his children to have a relationship with their mother, so he's not going to keep her from coming around and seeing her kids. He just is, not necessarily the most fond of her. So, that's great. Siobhan is back from her after school activity, so that's great. Go ahead and go to the washroom, Charles. And then Rebecca is going to come in here and cook something. And Joe's going to clean up that sink in there because it's really dirty. Okay, fine. Siobhan can clean it, because he just walked in on Siobhan. I didn't realize she was in there using the loo. So the children are obviously spending a little bit of time with their mother, and we love that. I'm just going to have Rachel call everyone to a meal, and we'll all have a meal together here. So everyone's going to come have a serving of food. And Annika's like, oh, since it's supper time, I'm going to go ahead and go, because she's obviously realizing like this is kind of awkward for her. And so she's left. She doesn't want to be a part of the family supper. So she left. And the kids are thinking, well, she could have stayed for supper. And Charles is like, she doesn't want to be here. This is the exact setting that makes her uncomfortable and was why she left in the first place. And he's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. We're her family. Why would this make her uncomfortable? And Charles is like, this is what she doesn't want. This setting right here is what she doesn't want. This is why she left. And he's like, but we're her family. And Charles is like, I understand that we're her family, but this is what she doesn't want. She loves you guys. She does. But at the end of the day, she doesn't want a family. She wants to be by herself. And as much as she loves you guys, it doesn't change the fact that she doesn't want a family. She wants to be single. And Joe's like, well, that's crap. And so he's like really upset with the fact that, mom didn't stay for supper. She just kind of left, and she doesn't want to be part of the family. And he doesn't understand why she would be like that. And so Joe's really upset. He's, not understanding at all why she could be like that or how she could be like that. Like at the end of the day, he's like, she's our mom. Like, what does it even mean? And, obviously, Charles can't get him to understand, because Charles doesn't really understand it himself. So he's like, I wish I could explain it to you, son, but I can't. So I am going to go ahead and get everyone into bed here. It is late at night here. It is almost 10 o'clock, and everyone's going to head off to their respective bedrooms. And we are going to, let them go and get their sleep for the evening. And it is just about, 2001 here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode here. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in 2001 with our Haskins family. And we will see what they are getting up to then, and how we are going to progress in their story. And maybe we can go ahead and start seeing Charles go on a couple of dates, and maybe he can find someone that he's interested in, or someone that he just has some peak of interest in. I'm not really sure. But until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.